Good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody. Good morning, good morning. So let's do a fresh analysis here to start the day. Gold on the daily looks very, very nice here. We had this closure below this most recent support, and we've got yesterday's wick to fill for about 40 pips, and then further targets down here at about 1820. The one issue is we are still above this area. You can see there are a lot of wick rejections to this level. So I have to zoom into the lower time frames to get a better understanding of what's going on in this area. And you can see that yesterday we had a very hard time breaking through here. You can see very choppy price action in this area right now. Let's just go have a look at the news. I think we have PCE today. We have Fed meeting minutes. GDP tomorrow. PCE on Friday. Alright, so obviously markets are waiting for FOMC meeting minutes. You can already see prices a bit choppy. Got high impact news throughout the rest of the week. So today might be quite tough for London session. These are the kind of headlines I said to look out for yesterday, with Bank of Japan possibly looking to shift their monetary policy, to have a new governor coming in, Ueda. I think he's actually speaking on Friday. So that's going to be extremely important to hear what he has to say. Because if we can get an idea of what his stance is on monetary policy, we're going to get some insight into how the Bank of Japan is going to move forward. Are they going to keep their loose monetary policy, keeping their rates in the negative, buying bonds, or will they tighten their monetary policy conditions, possibly raise rates? We need to look for that kind of shift. So just something we need to keep an eye on is headlines like this. Policy review needed at some point in the future. Hasn't had too much of an impact. Pound is very strong at the moment. We had this breakout yesterday. But anyway, let's finish up here on gold. Getting ahead of myself. Alright, so this area right here, around 1832, very troublesome area. I would like to actually see us break below 1830 980 to get back into some of this cleaner traffic here for these sells. Understanding that we do have news later on today, I don't want to be too aggressive. Initially I was looking at ideas on the daily flip or sells on the break of this support right here, since you do have a little bit of range moving down to the next support, maybe 14 pips, and then your daily would be flipping bearish at that point. But we need to understand that this whole area right here is just a lot of rejections, and with news later on we might not have that volume in this session to break through that area. So what I would rather do is wait for us to clear this noise right here for safer sells below 1831, let's call it. In terms of bars, not really interested in bars. I could still see further pullbacks if we are breaking above 1846 500 up to 1850. So not actively looking for bars, but willing to possibly adapt if we're breaking above 1846 500 just for some short-term pullback bars. But for now, nothing really telling us that we are shifting out of this bearish sentiment. We do have some geopolitical tensions with Biden in Ukraine, China and Russia meeting, a lot of blame being thrown around, but not really having too much of an impact on the market. So quite a big no trade range. But like I say, direction is a little bit unclear at this point in this range. We have news later on. Volume and volatility is not really ideal, not ideal trading conditions in this area. I'd rather wait for us to be breaking below 1831 to see those sells playing out. Yeah, if I were looking for buys here, it wouldn't be too greedy, not looking for any big positions, but final targets would probably be around 1859. Understanding that those are just most probably pullbacks to set up for better sales, since we are still maintaining this bearish structure. And fundamentally, we haven't shifted out of this bearish sentiment here in gold either. Can you post a link to this music? It's just the YouTube studio music. Okay, GJ, let's have a look here. Alright, so based off the weekly, the breakdowns I sent to the Discord actually summed it up very nicely here. GJ bars, GJ bars, GJ bars. It was very tricky with the news coming out. I actually watched this play out. Just flew. Had a lot of volume, Since we've been in such a range here on the daily for quite a while now, since December, just before Christmas. So obviously, we've been hovering around this resistance area on the daily at 162, and then yesterday with that news, we finally just had the volume to break through there, and yeah, we just flew up, tapping into some targets here. And now the best thing to do is just wait for a pullback and support formed. You can see at the moment we are just kind of ranging. So obviously this area right here wouldn't be interested in anything. Right, we're just moving sideways here at the moment. There is potential for pullback to correct some of this move from yesterday, form a nice support, and then move back up to the highs. So something like this would look really nice. But I don't know if we'll pull all the way back. So we'll just have to keep an eye on some key areas. Looking to the left here at 162,500, marked up as a potential level to get a pullback into. Alright, so if we're breaking out of this range to the upside here, it would make sense to look for these continued bars. If we're breaking to the downside, you could definitely see some short-term sells, maybe some scalps. But I think what I'll be doing is actually just waiting for these pullbacks to play out, wait for the support to form and get those bars. So this is something that I would be looking for, something to this effect. Or pullbacks into 162. Also got this level at 162.775. So these pullbacks into some of these previous key areas are going to be very, very nice. If nothing is changing fundamentally with the Bank of Japan, we're going to have some very nice bars if we can see these pullbacks into some of these previous key areas. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Okay. Short. That's great to hear, Yama. Factoring in fundamentals, helping you build confidence. I think when you understand the fundamental drivers and why we are actually trending the way we are trending, you're not so lost. You're not always chasing that reversal or anything because you know that, okay, we are trending bearish for a reason. That reason hasn't changed, so why would I look for bars? Gold has been choppy this Feb. Can only break out of the range. It's been choppy during Feb. It's been chopped up during Feb. Chopped like 1,200 pips. That looks like pretty good movement to me. Very normal market conditions here on gold. Obviously, you get these periods of ranging consolidation. You know, we had such a massive move within the space of 2 days early on in the month. And, obviously we're going to get these periods of pullbacks where we've got less volume and volatility. And that's why I say, when it comes to these pullbacks, I'm not really chasing the bars or anything. You'll even see in these ranges, the moves to the downside, there was probably more volume So even if you were scalping in these areas, you would have been better off looking for sells. And then, maybe you had finally caught some runners here. But yeah, I mean, still pretty clean moves. Obviously, if you're looking at the charts at the right times, understanding when these moves are coming in based off news, we've got high impact news today, later today. We got GDP tomorrow, core PCE on Friday, and that explains why we are just choppy here today. The markets are anticipating all of this data coming in, and I'm not really expecting too much for London session here on gold, unless we are breaking below 1831. If we do break below there, we should have some nice sells. You mean sells? No, he's dead bars. Yeah. No, I think there's plenty of opportunity here to still play along with the sells. Yeah, especially with the CPR being revised from November and December, showing that we actually had an improved, and that the Fed, they still want to continue raising rates, so that kind of cancels out this whole move to the upside from last year. Because this move to the upside was a result of those, um, excuse me, gone blank. The CPR, improved CPR, and basically speculation that the Fed would slow down their increasing of rates, slow down their rate hikes, and it turns out that no, CPI is actually still very high, inflation is still high, Fed still needs to raise rates. So what can we expect to see? Pretty much the same thing we saw throughout last year, all the way back down to the lows here. I'm sending it now. My nose is a bit sore, eh? No, I can't. That's how I ended up in hospital. Yeah. No worries. Yeah, GJ, we could definitely see some pullbacks here. You know, these are maybe the times you can take advantage of these pullback sells. But based off, you know, everything that we're seeing, I think it would be, you know, if we actually executed on these sells and then we saw the bars play out, you would feel stupid. So I really just want to be waiting for these pullbacks, wait for that support formed, or wait for breaks above 163,600 for the bars, and we're gonna have very, very nice bars. You know, based off the daily here, I could see us. I was explaining to members yesterday or Jared also mentioned it. When you have a range like this, when we're in a range like this for such a long period of time, you'll see the breakout. We normally break out quite hard. So we had that hard breakout yesterday, moved up about 200 pips. And then we can anticipate the next couple of days to trend up very nicely. So if we could just stick to that bar bias, understanding that the next couple of days may look something like, you know, something like this. We're going to get some very nice bars there. So I'm not going to be chasing some pullback sells or anything. I'd rather just wait for the bars to set up. Even if it's not in this session, I think you'll probably get those pullbacks in this session. It's something that I would rather actually avoid. Fuck.
Will come back, create further supports before making the move all the way up, because we've still got tons of room to move up on GJ. So I mean, to wait out a day or two just for GJ pullback, creation of support, and then further buys, I think there's a lot more probability that we move all the way up to even the 170s than, you know, shifting bearish now. Like you said, it's going to be quite stupid to just take sells now, expecting, yeah, it's going to pull back all the way, or it's going to pull back here, or it's going to do this. Rather just wait for the support to form, break the highs, and we should be good.
Jared, I'm so sorry. I only unmuted you like when you started speaking now to explain, I realized that you're
Muted on
yeah,
YouTube.
sorry,
No,
bro.
no worries,
But I
there.
think you
All
got your
good.
point across.
No, all good there. Dropping some wisdom to the deaf ears this morning, eh?
DXY, let's have a look at these. DXY still looking quite nice and bullish here. Daily close bullish. Still got range to move up to 105. But yeah, we are just seeing lower volume. And then the Japanese yen also just trending down still. So I drew this arrow out last year. See how it followed my arrow so nicely. Uh,
No comment there.
JPY banking holiday, yes, it most probably will have an effect on GJ's volume. Asian session at least will be dead. We'll see about London session, but expecting lower volume.
It may have less volume, but I mean, if the pound is still incredibly strong, you will see that catalyst to continue on moving up. But right now, I think it's just wise to understand volume could be lower. You're in a no trade range, so just waiting on those moves is going to be crucial today, and waiting for the breakout of the ranges. Do you know Ned, Con?
And I know him from the stream. Morning,
Okay.
Ned. What's up? Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna hold a lot of weight as well. The speech. I'm very interested to see what the new governor has to say for the Bank of Japan. Morning, Carl. What's up? Clean traffic to the left. Yes, sir. It's always the best.
You got the goblin in the chat there.
The XAU goblin. What's up?
There's some signals there, man. Wait, awesome to you, Mr. Swales.
Swales, when you're hopping on the memberships, bro. May the Lord Goblin be with you. Thank you, Lord Goblin. Yeah, may the Lord Goblin be with you if you're trading in this range. You know, depending on your style of trading, you could see something like this. You could see pullbacks into these highs, this area around 1845, and you know, be executing on ideas with rejections off of this previous key area. But for me at this point, you know, it's just very tough in this range. But we are bearish, you know, we see gold oftentimes range for a period of time, and we have like a resistance area like this, and then you get these pullbacks into that resistance and you see some nice sells. So I could see ideas like this playing out as well. But yeah, within this range, if I had to take a trade within this range, it would be a pullback up to this resistance and rejections off of 1845.
We've got a question in chat, Con. I come here for the vibe because you guys are epic, but I trade a complete different style. But just want to be in a community as trading is lonely. Can we join? Definitely. You can join with whatever style you want. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, maybe our trade ideas might not resonate with you, but the principles and everything are the same. Giving you ideas on market direction, fundamental updates, psychological webinars, just having that community around you. Because obviously a big thing in trading is the psychology and just being in the right headspace. So to have people around you who are supporting that is also extremely important. And we're doing the higher time frame breakdowns, what to look out for through the week. So maybe these trade ideas don't resonate with you, but like I said, if you were wanting to trade in this range, you've got ideas like this, pullbacks into the resistance, that might be something for you. And I could even see that setting up later on, but right now it's not there. If we get like a setup on the 30-minute, we pull up, leave some clean traffic here, get some structure. So let's say we, have a nice push to the upside here, form a support, get something like this, closure below that support. I could see myself executing on those kind of ideas within this range, even though right now I've got it marked up as a no trade range. No worries, Swales, no rush, bro. As long as you're in the free community, you can always chat in there, ask questions. And for anybody else, the link for the free Discord is in the video description. So feel free to head over there, send through weekly breakdowns, keep you updated. And obviously you've got the community chat, trade ideas. So if you do ever have questions, you're more than welcome to ask there. Send through charts, send through your trade ideas, and we can have a look. Do you trade RCT strategy? No. I think it's hard for anyone to really understand, to be honest. I'd like to keep it simple. Actorino knows. I think if I had to boil my trading philosophy down to like one simple statement, it would be keep your strategy simple so that you can focus on what matters, which is your psychology and managing your emotions. And when you're looking at a strategy like SMC, this RCT stuff, it's far from simple. You guys are chasing something that is unrealistic, trading like the banks. The banks do not look at charts. They don't look at the things you're looking at as a retail trader. Ask for a favor. Can I look at AUD USD? Please would you send a chart through to the Discord? So here's the free Discord. I don't know if you've sent a chart. So once you join the Discord, the link is in the video description. You'll see this channel right here, community charts. You can send through your ideas here and we can have a look there. It's a lot easier if you send through your chart with what you're looking at, because that's not really a pair that I look at, so I haven't got it marked up. I'm not keeping an eye on it. But if you could send through your analysis, then I can obviously just give you my opinion. I'll have a quick glance at it. Yeah, for the most part, it's, yeah, I actually had a look at this pair some time ago. Someone asked, you can see here, I said XXX USD. So any pair like this, XXX, well not XXS, XXX, any pair So any pair to the dollar, Euro USD, GBP USD, whatever to the dollar, you'll most likely see is bearish at this point in time. As the dollar is extremely strong, with the Fed coming in a little bit more hawkish now, we're seeing inflation is still high. You know, you're speaking about this all the time. Got a very strong dollar at this point in time. We're seeing that strength come back in. Last year, you can see we were bearish on AUD. And then obviously with that improved CPI, we got the same, very similar price action to gold here. So you're looking to get back into these sells. Very nice that we're breaking below this area on the daily. Just going to leave this here for next time someone asks about AUD USD. And we'll probably see this move play out here. Just remember the dollar is also the world reserve currency. So it's got a lot of strength. Now that their Fed is more hawkish. So I wouldn't really be jumping into buys here unless you're breaking above this area here. And even then, the thing is we could get pullbacks into this area and still see these sells. So I'd rather wait for a break below, maybe support, to see the sells. SMC stands for some more crap. I love it.
On fire.
I love it. 622 pips for the year.
Yeah, I've sent through the link for the all the trades that we've taken this year. You can go have a look at them and just see how they're coming along.
I like your reply there, Jared.
Which one?
I like my sanity.
Yeah, there you go. It's USDZR is really that one pair where you're in profit, but the spread is keeping you in a loss. So you're actually under or above your position. You're like, what? Why am I still losing money? But the spread is so big. It is a ridiculous pair to trade.
So if you've got pairs like this, something to the dollar, for instance AUD USD, at this point in time you would be most likely looking for sells. And any pairs that are the dollar to something, so for instance USD ZAR, we are bullish. Wow, look at that analysis. Sorry.
Who said, yeah, Connor, what the hell is this?
No, I was showing someone about trading the other day, and I was just showing them some of the nonsense that's out there. So I put that on the chart. Obviously, I'm not using that. I don't even know what that is.
I think that's called a wave or something. I know that's a fib and a.
I think it was this.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I wouldn't even know how to put this on the chart.
Sure, no, yes. Just you'd probably come right seeing where earthquake is before you get a fucking trade idea with that thing, eh? But Yama, just for USDZR, I do swing trade it from time to time. So last year I think I ended up taking 3 trades on it, but not just like 10, 20 pips, like hundreds of pips. But I go off the basis like, yo, okay, 19 rand for the dollar's a lot. Let me see if I can capitalize on a pullback. You know, like 14 rand is very little for a dollar. So I look at things like that, but I don't look at it on the intraday or even weekly. Just if I know, yo, okay, this is getting ridiculous. Let's see if we can get into something.
V, anything to the yen right now is probably more bullish, since the yen is very weak at this point in time. As you can see, GJ, quite a lot of strength here, very bullish. It may change. On Friday, we've got that new governor giving a speech. So that's going to give some insight into the future monetary policy of the Bank of Japan. And that could bring a shift in sentiment on GJ. But for now, very bullish. And the yen is in a very nice bearish trend here. If you look at the yen index, so just an overall image of the yen itself, you can see extremely bearish. Broken below this key area here on the daily, starting to move back down. So expecting to see something like this over the next few weeks.
Morning.
Morning, what's up? Good, and you?
Goals in the ugly range.
Oh no, she's not looking pretty this morning, eh? She saw how's the new setup, Mr. Reese? Shot's 1,000 times easier, eh?
Yo, it's like I can have 2 charts up same time.
Yeah.
Plus,
So now you can start hedging, eh?
Start your own hedge fund.
Something like that too.
no, I still need those other 31 monitors.
The incoming, eh? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I put a nice trade in NAS yesterday. I
Yeah.
checked if I just make this, but I went half risk.
Yeah.
There was I don't know if it was small. So I rather just secured what I got. I got like a 3%. Which was
Okay,
nice.
that's still very solid. Did you manage to capitalize on those sells?
Yeah. I
Okay.
sold it at 12,190.
12,190. Yeah, break of the lows.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude. Definitely well done. Closure, pullback, break the lows, coming to time of volume. So very, very well done on that. Yeah, that con. All you needed to finish that analysis was a clutch pencil.
And a compass.
Do you remember those little tin boxes we needed for maths in high school?
Yeah.
That stuff looked like shit you get in there.
Yeah. Looked like a protractor.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the name of that stuff for the life of me. Oxford something.
Oxford. Yeah, I think that was the brand that made them.
Yeah, but that's no, I know, but I can't remember what it was called.
What is that thing called? It's just like Maths instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be- What anyways?
no, I'm saying I think the connoisseur is math instruments.
Yeah.
Something like it.
We just had hooligans stabbing people with that pointy thing in our high school. Yes, I hated those things very you.
Yeah, I don't know how you could give those things to kids. You.
It reminds me of a name that they stab you with a clutch pencil, it breaks off under your skin, then you have lead in your skin for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Oh no, yes. Is he dying of lead poisoning, guy? Oh no, yes, dude. We had some hooligans in our school, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
guys
one,
didn't take it.
yo, one nice thing about TradingView Pro or Premium, whatever, is the alerts you can set.
Yeah. I think it's definitely worth the bucks, eh?
Yeah, I just put all of these alerts here for these key levels. I was considering actually not looking at GJ until I get those alerts. Maybe
Yeah,
I
I
must
remember
put
you
one at
saying this.
resistance.
Do you guys, I wasn't here, do you guys want to pay so for a British bias on GJ, not looking for sales?
Yeah, the sells, I could see them playing out this morning, you know, maybe to correct some of the move from yesterday, but it's very tricky. It would be ideal for me to just be waiting for the pullbacks to play out and then get involved when we get a nice support formed, get back into the buys.
Okay. And your bars, are you looking for bars above like 163, 600 or?
Yeah. And then pullbacks into 162,775, 162,500, 162,300 or 162 flat would be very nice to retest, you know, some previous key areas. Retest of 162 would be very nice. Could even retest like 161, 600, 500. But yeah, we might not get such deep pullbacks. So I've also got buys planned above resistance just for the continuations there. But obviously right now, just ranging like this, I'm not interested. Ned, what?
Oh no, I don't know how to feel about that one, eh?
That sounds horrible. I try to give myself a tattoo with that thing. You poke holes and then you draw with your pen to get the ink in the holes.
Holy hell. Yes, guys, I don't know why I'm scared at the moment.
Prison tattoo. No, I'm joking. I never did that.
No, I don't know now.
Ew. Charts are dead. UCAD. Bullish. You can send a chart to the Discord group. The link is in the video description. Gloria Jane gonna bust down. We could definitely see a nice clean move to the downside to correct some of this traffic here. But yeah, well, they're gonna wait. I mean, looking at the daily, buys above 163,600 really look good here, because this daily candle has currently created a bottom wick. So to be jumping into sells, understanding how bullish the daily is, just doesn't make sense, because at any point we could just be forming that bottom wick to then flip and continue driving up to 164,200. Yen is the new shitcoin. Oh goodness.
Big facts. Big facts.
Yen is a dog. Trading against the trend is like drunk driving. Chat is on it today,
The drunk driving is more fun. No, really. You can actually have fun drunk driving. Goodness gracious.
At the end of the day, they're probably both gonna end up in tears.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Just listen to this war criminal. Nothing wrong with drunk driving. No comment.
Hey, Jay Smith, what's up?
It's been a while, brother.
Jazz, I sent my idea for US30
Okay,
on Discord.
let me have a look.
Why are you looking at US30 instead of NAS series? Any specific reason?
No. So I'm not trading US30. I'm just playing it like I'm doing my technical analysis, and then I want to see how they play out. And then maybe I'll I don't know. I just want to try this. I want to see what works for me, what doesn't.
Yeah. So I mean, it can just give you option because they are quite similar in the long run.
But I didn't put it up. I'm looking for safer sales below like 32,800 ish on US30. Because that's more than all that. But below there's some nice screen range down.
Could even see pullbacks into 33,500 for more sales to retest that previous low there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks clean. Sells below that support.
On the 4 hour, it looks really nice. But I wouldn't be trading now this morning. I'd rather wait for volume.
Yeah, I would say a deeper pullback could be very, very necessary.
Yeah, those buy ideas I would just be careful with, because we are extremely bearish at this point. So you could get pullbacks into your level there for buys and see the sells starting to play out. Like I say, a retest of those previous range lows, that would be ideal to see that deeper pullback into 33,500.
Yeah. So if safer buys, you'd rather wait for price to get back up to like B380.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm definitely in a bearish buy. But I think if price has to flip, because it's at a low at them. Anyway, last price is that's a month.
Yeah, it's created obviously new lows, so there's potential to just carry on running. But I definitely do think it's smart just to wait for that pullback. little bit of a deeper pullback, creation of resistance, and then see if you could get sells at a higher price.
Yeah, no, definitely.
No, but it looks good. Looks like you've got the ball rolling there.
How long are you going to stream for? We'll see. We'll see if anything sets up. I'll stay here until London Open. If there's nothing setting up at London Open, or maybe just after, then I'll probably call it a session. Morning, George. Welcome, welcome. Good, thanks, Jay Smith. Nice to have you back here. Bro, my internet is so slow. So total pips for the year on the signals, 617.
Yeah, that last sell stop last week, I know we managed a little bit differently. We did actually win that, but I just didn't get to close out in time. So I did count that as that management loss. So 15 pips. So we would have actually been up 5 pips, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. The signals are all the trades we take, and we're taking them either here on the stream or in New York.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes when you're on the stream doing it live, you can adapt a little bit easier, but we try just give the signals a heads up so that they can be a little bit more prepared. So sometimes the management on the signals is a little bit different from the live stuff. So if you're actually in the New York calls with us, it's a lot easier. Obviously also here on the London streams, it's a lot easier. But if you don't have the time, you know, the signals are there for you.
Yeah, we haven't. No, I'm pretty confident that we haven't sent a signal that we haven't traded live with the guys as well. So that's also nice. You know, we take them through everything from our analysis, prep, trades, boom, all the way through. And then Andy, that also includes GJ. It's both GJ and gold, everything that we are trading. If you go through that spreadsheet, you'll see some GJ trades here and there.
Yeah, all the signals are trades we take either here on the stream, in the New York calls, or sometimes if we've planned out a trade and we see it play out in between the session, if the timing is okay, you know, we'll send it through. But it's 99% all the trades that we're taking in front of you anyway.
My one mate just DM, he sent me a photo because you're watching a stream for the first time. I told him to come join me. Check it out, and I think the photo is like down there.
You know, that's solid.
Yeah, he wants to join the premium. I told him it's definitely worth it.
I appreciate that.
More money, for sure.
What's up, Liam? Welcome, bro.
And just a reminder, guys, we're still running the launching special for Feb. So if you are interested in joining, we still obviously got that special available to you guys. Prices are going to go back to original there after Feb. So if you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. No, but shot Reese, we appreciate the compliment. Good feedback, right? That's to say.
Definitely. They must see for themselves.
Yeah, Reese was able to purchase his first Lamborghini within 6 minutes of joining the Patreon. It's just he's shy about gloating online. You know, he doesn't want to be a target, but I can tell you, Reese is a proud Lamborghini owner. I'm just raving.
I just can't drive until I'm 25 because insurance is too much.
Yeah, no, exactly. So he just stashes. He's a collector. He's a Lamborghini collector. Oh, geez. Let me just rather drink my coffee and keep quiet.
He thinks he's Manny Koshman. He just keeps his Lamborghini there in his trading office.
Yeah, Ty Lopez. Hey.
Ty Lopez.
Crusty ass Lamborghini in the garage.
Crusty ass Lamborghini, what the hell?
Reads 12 books a day.
With Manny Koshman. What does that guy do? Real estate or what?
Real estate, yeah. Selling courses.
That makes money is insane. Even that, have you checked that other guy's name? Whistling Diesel or something?
Hey?
That guy, you must go check him on YouTube. His name's Whistling Diesel.
Oh, I saw this trading meme page. They posted some of his content, like making memes out of his content. It's like driving Lamborghinis on like, no, sorry, Ferrari on like a farm road, gooiing this thing, driving through gates and stuff. Stupid.
Yeah, dude. What is on the roof? When he gets on the roof, he jumps on the roof just for a picture and he destroys everything. Man. He's mad. Even those, what are those Nike Air Max? I think they're like $30,000. He drives over them with a bulldozer and digs holes over them. Throws printer ink all over it. I was like, this guy doesn't appreciate it. It's obviously just their clout, but
Yeah, it obviously gets views. But jeez, some people would kill to have those things, you know?
That's really like Nike and they can sue you for doing it. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, you know how strict Ferrari is? Like, if you buy a Ferrari and you wrap it, for instance, like, they won't even let you buy another Ferrari. Now imagine you doing this stuff.
They give you warnings, like they tell you have to get it unwrapped, and if you don't, then they're like, boom, you're never able to buy again, which is crazy, yeah?
That's mental,
yeah. I heard, like, I think there's some celebrities who can't buy any more Ferraris, like Justin Bieber is one of them.
Yeah.
Because he does stupid shit to them. Pimps them out.
Roger Banks is next.
Yeah, he made that thing look nice.
No, that's like when you first started playing GTA and you could go wrap your car and stuff.
Yeah.
Do that like that.
I think it's the right thing to do. What do you mean, Wayne?
I think to kick them off from ownership type thing.
I don't know. I feel like if you pay 200,000-300,000 for a car, 400,000 for a car, you can do whatever the hell you want to it.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it's still a Ferrari. Like, if you wrap a Ferrari in any color, it's still a Ferrari.
But now do you know if you can take your Ferrari to Ferrari and get it back? Then is it allowed? Or what?
I don't think they do it. I think you have to, they protect like the brand image and this and that. So I think it is like selective. Like, I think there's certain guidelines that you have to understand before buying one. But I'm not a Ferrari owner. So I can't 100% tell you with confidence, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it is that though, trying to protect the brand image, keep it clean. But, yeah. Some of the things I've seen done to Ferraris.
Dude.
Slammed body kits. They look cool.
Yeah.
Are they like the only? Well, Ferrari's like the cheapest one, eh? Because I checked Oaks, it tons to Lambos, and you don't hear anything about it.
Yeah, I've never heard anything about Lambo on that, in that regard. I think it's just Ferrari that's so strict like that. Ty Lopez might be a scam, but he made money, so still pretty impressive. I don't know. I think one day when he meets his maker, he'll have to face the consequences.
Yeah, Jacob Zuma also, he was, I know he was a rubbish president, but
He had a
was
very
still
nice
president,
house.
so, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just really did have a nice house, eh?
Nkandla. Yo, that's the biggest scam.
So, yes.
And here you sit without electricity. You fucking peasant.
No, but that's my Uncle Cecil. That's what he's doing to us lately. Where are you from, bro? South Africa. We are from South Africa.
Headlines and giraffes and all that stuff.
Walking around. Yeah.
What up, chat? I'm back. Back in business. Yeah, very little volume here on gold. Looking super ugly.
Hey, we see you turn on the camera there, Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see your face again.
I don't know why I didn't turn it on earlier, but I was just feeling a bit. Yeah, it's been cold, dude, so the cold air in my nose is killing me. Neighbors from Mozambique. Hello, what's up? How's it, gents? How's it?
Yeah, but it's private, it's government owned, so you won't be able to trade stock of it, so the stock will not be public.
Yeah, if it was public, everyone would just be selling that bitch.
We're going to the negative, eh? I'd be the one idiot buying it. And then when it does these huge upswings, I'd be like, oh wait. Like R1, I'd buy like so much Eskom stock, eh?
Check away your comment.
A spear and a rifle.
But if you're trying to make money off South Africa's electrical issues, you must just go and buy solar stock or companies that are doing UPSs that sell batteries, that type of stuff. Look for them. They will be crashing it right now.
Yeah, we actually got solar the other day.
Really? At your place?
Yeah.
Can I ask how much you paid for it?
You can do installments, actually.
How much is it a month?
I must check, dude. I don't know.
Because the one place we're having a look at, it already comes with solar, and they said that you can build onto it, but it's a nice little backup for when there is load shedding. So I was like, yeah, I want to actually build onto it so that it runs everything. Because I saw a video online where this oak, he did his whole solar thing. He paid almost, I think, 90,000 Rand, and full solar, he pays 200 Rand of electricity a month.
Dude, you can put it on your bond. If you're buying a place, you can put it on your bond. And then the amount you're saving, if you're running your house off of solar, you're probably like saving as much on electricity as much as you're paying for the solar. So it kind of cancels out.
Yeah, what I can do for you, Mom, that's what my mate does, doing solar and stuff. I can maybe, I can see his number and you can just ask him for like
a quote.
You'll just kind of think how big your place is, or yeah, and then he can send you.
No, that'd be solid. Yeah, I'd appreciate that, JC boy.
I'll send you his number now.
Shout. We're buying cash, wait. No, I'm raving, yo. Yeah. Yeah, but it's weird. Like a lot of the places are prepaid, but some of them say like, no, the body sends you a bill at the end of the month, and I was like, no, that's suspect there. That's very suspect. I'd rather pay as you go, because you never know. You never know.
Or the water bills, yeah, I don't know about water bills, your side, Jared.
Yeah.
But the water bills here are getting insane, bro. Like people are being charged like hundreds of thousands for their water. No, it's just corruption, like.
Just see. No, here a lot of the places there's different options. Like you can do. So sometimes the levies are inclusive of water. So if you pay your levies for the complex, whatever, you get water for free. Obviously, to a certain extent, like if you use 50,000 Rand of water every month, they're gonna be like, "Hey, this is your baby." But some of them, it's just pay as you go. And so you also just have to pay water as you go.
Yeah, but as a owner, obviously, like, they come and check your water meter and see, and then they send you the bill.
Yeah.
So for that, they were like overcharging everyone, like ridiculous amounts.
Oh no, it's crazy. Yeah. But the amount of options that you get with looking for houses and this and that, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah. Like how everybody does things differently. There's money in real estate. Eh? The real estate agents we're meeting and this and that. Through the cars they drive and all of that is just like, what? I need to get into real estate.
I would never get into real estate as an agent though.
Yeah, no, myself. I'm just raving, but you.
Agents, nah, no money there. That's just a job.
Surprised. No, you'd be surprised. Some of them make a killing. Some of them really do make a killing. But I mean, I think it's obviously depends on how hard you work.
And also what properties you're selling. If you're just selling houses, bro, no. Unless you're selling like big houses and you earn a fat commission, you know, on like a 50 million Rand house, you make 3% commission. Yeah, okay, couple 100,000 in the bank. But then you know, that's your pay for like 3 months. Then what?
But I think as long as you're like clever about it, even if, let's say, you get paid once every 3 months, I know like what you can do with some banks, with some what do you call it, some careers. If you only get paid 10 months out of the year, then what the bank does is they say, okay, cool, they only give you a portion of your salary to spread it out over the 12. So they'll give you like 80% every month so that you're able to live in the months that are off. Like some teachers do that as well.
Uh,
Yeah, so you can also do that if you go down that route.
what's up, Farmer Tom?
How goes it, man? No, but if you really want to make money, the forex markets is so it's not the real estate market. So.
Commercial, industrial is where they're at. Yeah, I think with selling property, that is definitely the game. Or anything, investing.
I'm sure with your insurance, if you do it yourself, you just have to get everything approved by like an electrician and all of that. Get somebody licensed to come out, unless you are licensed. But yeah.
I'm coming now, eh?
Cool, no stress. I'm gonna go make us some coffee. No, we will not be looking for GJ shorts right now. We do have a buy biased, and GJ still is in a no trade range. So we're just going to be having a look to see if we get a pullback, creation of a support, and further buys on GJ, but we're not looking for sells right now. And then fundamentally today it seems very quiet. Let me just double check. Yeah, very quiet today. Obviously later on we've got the FOMC meeting minutes, which is going to bring some real volume, we hope. So we discussed we may have a Zoom session with the members tonight with that, and then just get that out of the way. But yeah, that looks like it's going to be the catalyst today. So yeah, pretty much no news today, nothing really high impact. And then CS:GO is one of the most frustrating games I've ever played in my whole life. Eh? Yeah, I think that I could handle a 400k funded account. I've been watching the interviews on the channel. Some of these guys really going for it. Yeah, I think it will be a strain on my psychology. I definitely think trading $400,000 would get to me. That is a lot of money. But in all honesty, you know, the way I handle it, not looking at profits and loss and this and that, I think I could have a shot at it. I can't guarantee that I'll do very well, but I mean it's rinse and repeat. I just wouldn't look at the numbers. I'd work out a lot. I'd stick to that lot. I would treat 0.2 the same as I do a 2 lot, the same as I do a 20 lot, same as I'd do a 200 lot. So it would get to me, but I'd definitely just try and stay away from thinking about the amount of money and just carry on trading the way I trade. But yeah, it would obviously be some strain. That's a lot of money. Do you think you could handle 400k?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think I would be fine. It's just the payouts were unfunded. I think I'd be damaged after taking a payout. I know that sounds weird, but you know, a nice fat 20% payout there on a 400k, like I know I'm gonna be in another level of like euphoria. So coming back to trade it the next day is gonna mess with me. That's one of the things that I found is one of the most challenging parts. Maybe a lot of people don't actually get to that part. But I think a lot of people lose funded accounts after actually taking a withdrawal.
Jeez, just a 1.4 million payout, 20%.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like
Crazy.
yeah. Obviously, the psychology would be the biggest like hold it back there, if I can say it like that. What's a better way of saying that? But I think as long as you don't worry about the amount of money, because I remember the first time I used something like a full 1 lot, a 2 lot, a 3 lot, like your heart pumps. Like if I had to go put in a 10 lot now, my heart would be pumping. So if I just gradually increase my lot over time, it's not as big as a jump, but obviously it would take a toll. But I think I would be able to do it. I think I might.
Just numbers on a screen. Exactly, Ned.
Yeah. Just use some sticky tape there to hide some of the zeros, and you should be good at. Yes.
So my mate sent me his boss's number. Just say that when you message him, just say Sheldon referred you so he knows where he got his number from.
Okay, perfect. Will you just add that as like a little note when you send me his number so I don't forget his name?
Yeah.
Sweet. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Roboto, nah. Fuck him. Bro, I don't know if SARS knows how to deal with funded accounts.
Isn't it the commissions?
Yeah, it is. It is basically a commission. But you know, they still haven't asked me to pay. Like, they haven't assessed me from 2021. They haven't sent me my bill.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm fine, bro. It's their problem.
As he throws his hands up in the air.
Jared, shut up.
Do you know what song I'm talking about?
I know what song you're talking about. Wasn't that like the World
Yeah.
Cup song?
I have no idea, dude. But have you seen that? that video going around, that Shakira one, where it's like that dude walking down the road. Is that that thing? And they run up to him like, Shakira, Shakira. And then he goes, ole, ole, ole. Yo, dude, that's been stuck in my head for some time now. Do you know what I'm
Nah,
talking about?
no, sorry.
When I see it again, I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Markets are flat. Yeah, I went to gym on Saturday, and then Sunday I had to go to hospital, so I'm just taking it easy. Probably give it another week. Might just do some cardio, ease in the cardio. Oh, and it is put away. It's not that much though. My accountant is a magician. It will reverse at 200 and not 201. Wow. The accuracy. Jared, you want to play a game of chess, bro?
Dude, why do you even have to ask that?
These markets are dead.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm waiting for London Open. I think it's definitely going to be the move.
Just want to see something quick. Sure, no. Never heard of Payoneer.
Yeah. Is it like a service? Like Skrill or something like that? But Ned, if I can give you any tips, I would definitely recommend that you just accept your tax. Don't try and get around it. Don't try and get fancy with it. Don't try tricks. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's probably just going to backfire on you.
Yeah. Nah, just pay your tax. You definitely don't want to play around with it.
I'm not saying the Payoneer doesn't work or anything. I'm just giving some general advice. Dude, I was watching chess videos last night, and I saw Hikaru, you know that like chess GM?
Yeah.
He pre-moved the whole match and won by checkmate.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's bonkers.
Dude,
Absolutely bonkers.
it's crazy, eh? But I feel like I'm getting worse at chess the more I learn about it, eh?
Maybe you're overthinking it.
It's crazy, eh?
This king is on the run. It's like information overload. It's like with trading, when you think about too many things, you mess yourself up.
Yes, big time, eh? Because I'm always trying these like things I try to learn, then I said, man, it's just frustrating. It's a G7. Oh, dude. Lovely, people. You saw that coming, eh?
Yeah. Had to sack the knot there. Yo, this is tight.
Oh, you've got yourself into a predicament there. Oh, fuck.
Ooh. This is
Can you more
close.
piss off, Connor? Hey, Red Leonard. Nice to have you with us today. Markets are just currently in no trade range. Markets dead, absolutely no volume. So we're just going to be waiting today to see how our markets set up, wait for London Open, and then take it from there.
Yeah, very flat day here so far.
Jen, I wanted
Yes.
to ask.
Yeah.
I'm checking at these funded accounts and how they work in it.
Yeah.
So you get your first profit split after you finish phase 2 or phase 1? Is phase 1 you get your refund for what you paid, and then phase 2 you get a profit split of the percentage you make, or how does it work?
Do you have that, Con?
Sorry, Reese. I didn't, bro.
No stress. So when you do like a funded account,
Yeah,
when you pass phase 1, you get your refund for what you paid for the account.
yeah.
And then phase 2, you get a profit split, or how does it?
You get your refund once you're on the live account. You've been on the live
Yeah.
account for a month.
Okay.
So yeah, you actually need to do your first withdrawal and then you'll get your refund.
So can you withdraw at any time, or only once you've got your 4%?
Your 4%.
Yeah,
No,
I'm checking now.
you
This
can
one.
only do your first withdrawal after being on the live account for a month and actually being in profit.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's only 2 phases.
Yeah, there's only 2 phases. So there's you could consider the first month on the live account as like phase 3. Because you have to get through that whole month and be in profit, like I say, to actually take your withdrawal and get your refund. And then after the first month, you can take withdrawals after every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I must look into it. Maybe start in like 3 months, start off and see how the live goes and find out.
No, Reese, but with the phases, there's minimum trading days. So if you pass it in like the 8 days, for example, then you like obviously then you start your month of live trading before you can take a withdrawal.
I see.
Yeah.
Possible liquidity sweep on GJ and FOMC meeting minutes probably going to be the catalyst. Yeah, most probably. As you can see, very low volume right now. Not too much going on before the Fed meeting minutes tonight. So that's going to solidify this sentiment. If the Fed meeting minutes are very hawkish, we're going to get some nice sells back down to 18, 20. We are streaming that tonight for the members. Obviously not going to be as volatile as our normal FOMC events, but still expecting to see some nice volume as a result from that. If you lose your account in the first month, you don't get your refund. Yeah, it is sneaky, but that's just the way they work.
But I mean, if you do lose your account, if you did lose your account and got a refund, then they'd make absolutely no money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then it would be a non-profit organization, that one. Yeah.
Ned says, my Forex funds, you can risk 1.5% for 2-to-1 and smash our targets in 3 wins. That is true. The targets are not like crazy, but when you start to think of it like that, you start to restrict yourself, because you're telling yourself that you can reach this target in 3 trades when that might not be the case. If you actually you just zoom out and you tell yourself, okay, I've got a month to get 8%. That's 2% a week. That is easy. That is doable. But when you start to rush it and say, okay, I can pass this phase in 3 trades, you start to put pressure on yourself. So that's just something to be aware of.
I also just think, just take it as it comes. You don't need to say, I'm going to pass it in 3 trades or 30 trades or 5 trades. Just trade well.
Yeah.
You don't need parameters around it. I mean, whether it takes you 9 minutes to pass the challenge or it takes you, 29 days, it doesn't really matter. Just as long as you're staying consistent, doing your things, you should be good.
Once you have the live funded account, how do you approach targets? I don't approach targets. You just trade well, like Joe just said. You just trade well. That should be your focus every single day, whether you're trading a funded account, doing a challenge, a live account, a demo account, and still figuring it out. Your goal should be to trade well and to develop the skill.
Yeah,
Targets should not be in your mind.
Yeah, but also with once you've got your live accounts, even if it's not funded, whatever the case may be, just always consider that don't put yourself in a box and say that you want this amount of money or this many pips this month or this. Because I mean, if we were to say we are going to take 2 trades every day, like for example, this week we would have probably burned through 6 trades already that aren't profitable. So I mean, you just need to go. You need to take what the market gives you, move with the market. Your strategy works. For example, you may only have one day that's profitable in a month, but it's made up 29 days of losses. I mean, you can never tell how your trades and how your trading is going to be. So just keep it consistent, stick to your strategy, don't over risk, don't do any stupid beginner mistakes. Hold yourself accountable, find a community that helps you out, and you should be good. Yeah, that's exactly how it works, Tom. They obviously they don't give anybody live money as far as I'm aware. They just pay the winners out from the losers that sign up. It's as simple as it comes. So it isn't really a Ponzi scheme. But yeah, it's obviously no guarantee to anything. And you're not trading live money. But if they were to give everybody $100,000, they would need to have some serious money to get that done. Like crazy money.
Yeah, I think I still truly believe that funded accounts are an amazing opportunity. If you can develop the skill, you can take advantage of them. But something that guys don't understand is the percentage of people getting paid out is minimal. From people who take a challenge to the people who get paid out, the guys getting payouts are in the 0.0 percentages. It's like 0.001 of percentage of people who actually
So
apply for a challenge will get a payout. And that's the thing about trading. Guys come into it chasing the money, and now you promise such a large account, you think, okay, I'm going to be rich overnight, and that's not the case. You still need to be doing all the right things. Can't wants the money move the market for us. I wish. I'll be moving it tonight, don't worry. 9 o'clock.
yeah, we're actually undefeated when it comes to news events and everything, eh?
Yeah, the news has really popped off.
Yeah.
I think so far the best has been CPR
Yeah.
on Valentine's Day. Took an 80 pip one and then a 160 pip.
Oh no, that was crazy, eh?
They are happy when you fail, happy if you lose your account. They party every time someone loses their account. Nasty prop firms. Yeah, that's why when looking for a prop firm, you do need to just be aware of the rules and restrictions they have in place. Someone mentioned something about 5% yesterday. From what I remember, when I had a look at them, they offer you very large accounts, but they've got very small restrictions. So they've got like 5% drawdown, but they're offering you a $2 million account kind of thing. And that's just, that's going against the trader. They want you to lose. Whereas, my Forex funds, they've got a bit more lenient restrictions. So they've got 12% drawdown. And for phase one, they've got an 8% target instead of 10%. So you need to look at things like that when going for a funded account. Understand how these companies move. FTMO also probably very good. But something like 5% is, those guys, by the looks of things, they don't want you to win. Their business model is based on guys losing their challenges and that's how they make their money. But even still, having all of those restrictions and targets, even no matter how lenient they are, like my Forex funds, having very realistic targets and drawdown rules, they still put you in a box, and it's still challenging. And at the end of the day, like I say, that's why such a small percentage of people actually get paid out. So you need to understand that you need to have the skill and be able to just trade well and not worry about these targets. Just have the confidence that in your trading in a month, you can do 8% if you're trading well, 2% a week.
Yeah, I must say we've leaned more towards MFF than FTMO. So yeah,
Yeah, my Forex fund is also a bit cheaper with better restrictions, very good profit splits, just like extremely good value for money. FTMO, I think, actually followed my Forex funds with some of the things they were doing because they were so good. They had to compete somehow.
gold was my Valentine. Definitely. Yeah. She gave me enough money to take my Valentine out properly.
I think my video camera's frozen.
Yeah, it looks like it. How did you notice that?
Just saw it now. I moved and then I saw I didn't move on the camera, so I just turned it off. GJ forming a nice little support here coming into London Open. Obviously need to clear this area before looking to take buys. But if we can continue this push up, maybe at 10:30 we get a closure above the range here. Gold. Just nothing here on gold.
No, that no trade range is just going to be crucial to break out of.
Sheesh, Farmer Tom, you with 5%ers. Yeah, just be very careful. You know, you with them, you've made the commitment. Just focus on trading well. It's really not the end of the world with those restrictions. You could probably still do it. But at least now you understand the implications of those restrictions they have in place. So you just got to move a little bit smarter, a little bit more calculated. But don't overthink it, just trade well. Focus on putting in good trades, sticking to your rules, not over risking. Once the support gets broken on GJ, do you look for sells? I could see some further pullbacks, even down to 162, maybe even further, but not really looking for sells here just yet, no. I would rather see us forming a support to be looking for those buys.
Alrighty. Yeah, but we've got the hourly closure in the next 4 minutes, so I think waiting for that is going to be quite key, and just seeing where price is at London Open, and then take it from there. The views spike around London Open, eh?
Yeah, they know the volume's coming in.
Yeah. The guys that come in at London Open should just get the signals there.
I'm just gonna go get some water quick. I'll be back now.
Cool, no stress.
Gotta go down to the watering hole.
Yeah, just take your gun with you. I know the lines are out today.
Yeah, actually, I ran out of bullets, so I'm just taking my spear.
Bow and arrow works a bit better from my experience.
Each to their own.
D-Kid is asking about gold. D-Kid, we're currently in a no trade range on gold. I think maybe if you are patient enough to wait for breaks above the resistance at like 1846, then that would be a little bit better. 1846, 500, 600, somewhere around there. But just understand that the trend is heavily bearish, and just because we've gone into an area where there's little volume and we are breaking to the upside doesn't mean that it's buys. If you look to the left, there's rejection wicks, there's a lot of support, there's a lot of issues, and you may just be better off waiting for a closure above a major resistance level with clean traffic to your left. It's just going to save you a lot of bullets, because I mean, just trading anything, just one candle up, one break of the high, just isn't enough for me. So just waiting your confirmations. Just definitely wait on those confirmations, and then you should get very, very clean moves. High probability moves. It's definitely the way to go from it, Tom. Definitely the way to go. Limit your risk. Go in with as little risk as possible. Take your time with it, and you should succeed. You definitely will succeed. Yeah, so we've just had the hourly closure, and I mean, nothing's really changed where gold has just closed in the middle of a no trade range. It does look like it may press up, but I mean, to the left, there's rejection wicks. There's a lot of resistance, not the cleanest of range. So I stick with my idea there. And GJ also looking very tough at the moment. So yeah, we're just going to be very patient on that and just see how this goes. Hey.
What's up, Basil? Basil. Ooh, the London Open. Yeah, on gold here, looks like we could get a bit of a push, but in terms of actually taking advantage of this move, you're running into some resistance right here immediately. And in terms of your stop loss, even using previous, okay, it's not that bad. But yeah, just be aware of this area here. This is where I've got this marked up as a no trade range. GJ looks like London Open is bringing us a little bit of a pullback. Hourly no top wick. Could always see this candle come back and flip bullish. But like I said, you know, we could see some pullbacks in this session, setting up for better buys here. But it's going to be very tricky to take advantage of the sells, especially with this candle having no top wick. So I would definitely avoid the sells now looking at that.
Oh, she's a tough one.
Wow, are you not doing anything? What do you mean? Just took a huge loss on GJ. My analysis was wrong. GJ was in a range. Should have been careful there in that range.
Remember, he was the one shouting GJ, take profit 200. Hey?
Yeah, I don't know what that meant though.
Yeah.
Oh, 200.
200, like the price point.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
165, 166, eventually 200.
I mean, yeah,
That's...
well, maybe, but you're not gonna see that today. And if you want that 200, then you should probably be waiting for these pullbacks for those better bars to set up. I could see these pullbacks now setting up for very, very nice higher time frame bars. Keeping in mind, we would need the Bank of Japan to stay status quo. They can't change anything. If they change their monetary policy, we're gonna have a complete shift of sentiment on GJ. But as things stand right now, if we get these pullback bars from 162, 162, 500, we're gonna have very nice bars all the way up to, you know, correct this move from December up to like 165. Looking to the left, 167 even. 200 might be pushing it. But yeah, you could have runners up to like 170.
Just focused on the most recent price action. You don't need to be a hero and look for a 1:4,000 risk reward.
Yeah, you really don't. I mean, the thing is, you know, this is something I also looked at the other day, just zooming out, you know, looking on the monthly. Like I say, if we don't shift out of this current sentiment, if the Bank of Japan keeps everything the same, we could easily move back up to these highs now from last year. But to try and execute on that in one trade is like ridiculous. You know, you're going to make a lot more money just trying to catch some of these legs moving up. You know, you make 2% on one trade, 3% on the next, lose 1%. You're going to be able to compound your account all the way up as we move back up to those highs. Whereas if you're just taking one trade, you're putting a lot of risk on that one trade. It's like when you're investing and you diversify. You know, in trading, you're going to see a return through a number of trades rather than one. So to put too much emphasis on one trade, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because any one trade you could go wrong very quickly. Need a lot of patience and big balls to swing. Yeah, that's true. Need a lot of patience.
Yeah, but Victor, why don't you actually send some analysis, add to the group, you know, not just, oh, I took GJ sells, I'm such a profitable trade. Let's see what you're actually having a look at. Con, do you have a certain trading time in New York session like we do in London session 8 to 10 a.m. ish?
Yeah, we do. Chad, what time do you start the New York calls? Around 3?
We start them, yeah, we will hop us 2 to about 5. But if we are waiting for setup, I don't mind going later. It all just depends on how the market comes, and what the market's up to, and then we'll gladly stay on with the trade. But yeah, hop us 2 to about 5 is the sweet spot. 1 to 1,000 is fine for me. I actually got an email from IC Markets the other day that they're upping the leverage to 1,000.
Are you serious?
1 to 1,000. Yeah, so they've moved from 1 to 500 to 1 to 1,000.
Victor, I saw your message. You mentioned news and I saw you deleted it. One thing I'm going to say is, you seem like you're jumping around all over the place. Your mind seems to be all over the place. Just calm down, slow it down, focus on one thing at a time, have a plan and stick to it.
And I removed that stuff because he's calling out trades and this and that. So I deleted the messages. Like, oh, I'm in sales, I'm in this, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
So, I don't want anybody to think, oh, GJ's selling now. And it clearly isn't.
You seem a bit ADHD. Need to just chill out, bro.
But somebody did say that these weeks definitely do separate the traders. It's definitely real. I mean, a lot of the guys would be forcing trades in no trade ranges, burning through capital, taking positions you probably wouldn't have if there were better market conditions. But yeah, and you just have to stay patient and consistent with your strategy and you should be good.
Yeah, that's extremely true. Understanding when to preserve capital is so important. If you're trying to take a trade every day, that means you don't understand the importance the market conditions actually will have on your trading. Because market conditions are not the same every day or every week. You need to take each day for what it is. And if that day market conditions are bad, the best thing to do is probably to stay out.
No position is a good position, exactly.
It's that
I changed my
discipline.
trading. Sorry.
I was just saying that discipline is important.
Yeah, I changed my trading plan now. I've only been taking 1 to 2 trades a day, sometimes even no trades for about 2 days, just patiently waiting on the edge to play out. Definitely the way to do it. Yeah, it always is tough accepting that the less you do is sometimes better, but over time you'll see there's absolutely no reason, and it doesn't work taking multiple trades a day. So
Yeah, trading is counterintuitive. You know, if you come from a normal job where the more time you put in, the more reward you see. Like the harder you work, the more reward you see. Trading is very different. Not saying that you shouldn't work hard. You need to be working hard in planning and preparing and learning. But when it comes to the actual trading, the more trades you put in, thinking, oh, you know, this is the work, you're wrong. Actually, putting in trades is not the real work. That's the quick and easy part, and you're only doing it now and then. Most of the time you're waiting. Most of the time you're waiting, preparing, learning. I think this year, compared to last year, we can see already the number of trades per week is a lot less. So if we compare to 2022's live stream history, we'll see some weeks, you know, there were like 8 trades, 10 trades. So this year focusing on, jeez, look at that. I mean, bang of a week, 260 pips, but so many trades.
yeah.
This year we're focusing on quality over quantity.
Quality, yeah. I also almost said we're focusing on quantity over quality. But yeah, I mean, if you go through the spreadsheet and everything, you'll see that we're taking a lot less positions, but the positions are working out a lot better. So not only that, you'll see at the end of the year, we've not only saved on risk and this and that, but we've also saved so much money on commissions. I mean, if you're using let's say, stupid example, but if you're using 10 lots a day, that's $70 per round, per the 10 round lot. So go and times that by wherever you're from, and then put in, 200 trading days in the year, and you're going to see, wow, that's a lot of money. It's a ridiculous amount of money. So we're definitely also saving on that.
Successful trading is boring. Exactly. You know, it's nice that we can be here, you know, talk, have the chat and everything, and that's the great thing about it, to have some sort of entertainment. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to force a trade here just to keep you guys entertained.
Yeah.
I won't take a trade for the whole month if nothing is lining up for me. I didn't take a trade yesterday. Today is looking like a no trade day, and that's fine with me. And if you don't like that, that's fine. You can go watch someone stream, you know, like someone who's streaming on Monday, for instance, during the bank holiday, taking losses because they're trading in times of lower volume. You know, that's fine. I would rather teach you the right way, and I would rather do the right thing myself, because at the end of the day, the trades I'm taking here on stream, I'm putting my own money on the line as well. So I don't want to be doing stupid things. If there's a lot of emotions involved, then there's something wrong. Exactly. Would you trade gold from 1840 to 1847? No. It's very tough with these rejection wicks right here. Very tricky area. There's traffic to the left as well. It's just very ugly. We saw that volume coming in pre-London. We saw that nice strong bullish closure on the hourly. And we saw the break of the highs and then a little bit of a push here. And then we've actually come and flipped back bearish on this candle just because, like I mentioned, you've got resistance right here that you need to be careful of. And as you can see, we've had a rejection of that level. Just extremely, extremely tough to be trading in that range right there.
If you risk 1% per trade, what did the 622 pips equate to in percentage of your account? It is a little bit different with both Connor and I because we do manage a little bit differently. So sometimes he'll be closing 60% at our first management point. I'll do like 50. But yeah, I don't have 100% answer on that. I haven't really had a look at that.
Yeah, it's quite tricky as well since I started the funded account beginning of Feb. So past phase 1, which was 8%. So I wasn't necessarily always risking 1% on those trades either. It's quite tricky to say. Cheers, Yama. How did you get that range of not trading? Just purely the fact that we are moving sideways. It's just, yeah, I don't want to be involved in this price action.
Rubbish. But yeah, I must admit, I also, if I do, sometimes I do risk a little bit more on my accounts on my personal, but I max it out at 2. I won't go over 2 willingly. Obviously, sometimes if you do get slipped a little bit here and there and you risk like 2.2, it's cool, but I won't say, okay, cool, I'm going to go risk 3, 4, 5%.
Yeah, also willing to risk a bit more on the personal. On the funded, with the
100%.
challenges, sometimes I'll push it. But you know, once you're on the live, I'd keep the risk at like 1, even 0.5%.
June, also with increasing your risk with your confidence on the trade, that is a double-edged sword that I must say, if you're going to do it and you are going to up your risk, you need to keep that risk the same for multiple trades. Don't go with 3%, for example, and then the next 5 trades you do like 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, and then you make the 3% loss back, and then the next trade you up your risk, because that's going to be a hard loop. So if you are looking to up your risk, rather do it over a series of 10 trades than just one trade. That will also help you out tenfold.
Yeah, I hear you with that approach, June, but don't rush it. You'll learn to do that through experience. Through experience, you'll learn when um, to put gas. But like Jared said, for now, if you know, if you don't have that experience and understand the volume and market conditions, and you just see, oh, this setup looks great on whatever given day, and you know, up your risk, and you've had 3 winning trades now, and now you up your risk, you wipe your previous 3 winning trades out with the 1 loss. You know, for me, days where I'll maybe risk a bit more is days like news days, just because of the way that I'm approaching news. Everything is planned out, and I have a lot of confidence in those positions. You know, I don't mind upping the risk on those days. But from day to day, like London session, you know, I'd like to keep the risk around the same.
Also, another approach you can take with upping your risk with this and that is have an idea of how big your stops are. So, for example, if you do have a tighter stop and the stop really does make sense, then you can up it a little bit, but please be able to afford that position over the next 10 trades. Don't go and say you're going to go from a 1 lot to 5 lot because this looks amazing and then lose so much of your hard-earned profits that you've been trading for months. So just be aware of that as well. Just understand where your stops are.
Coming all the way back down here on gold.
Yeah. It makes sense though. I mean, we do have that rejection to the left of the top wicks there. So anything in that area could just be that we're coming up to retest that resistance before driving back down to respect the higher time frame trend.
Yeah.
Jeez, but we got some very nice likes today. We got 48, eh? We definitely need to make that 50. Come on, guys, we need 2 more likes to get to 50, and then we're gonna be happy.
I just thank you, chat, for being here to sit through these very slow market conditions this morning. Thank you for entertaining us, being part of the stream and the chat, keeping it going, keeping it flowing. Maybe we'll get something here. We'll see. We'll see how the 30-minute candle closes.
Old.
Yeah, I could see us,
Yeah.
if we get this closure with this volume like this, closing below 1834, 450. Got about 14 pips. I will be very aggressive with going break even, taking sells in this area. It's not the cleanest traffic, but one of the other things is breaking below 1835. We're flipping bearish on the daily. I could see us pushing down into 1833. So we've got some range to play here. Not much, but you know, if we could get sells here, get to break even, you're gonna have some 30 pip targets here, 35 pips, maybe even 80 pip targets. What can you say about Euro USD right now? Bearish. Send a chart to the Discord. The link is in the video description. I can have a look for you. See, no one sends charts. No one wants to learn or improve their trading. I just want to talk shit in chat.
Dan's Oil TV. I have no idea what would be shown on Dan's Oil TV.
Thank you, P1 Prop Trading. I saw you mention something about challenges bring bad trading habits. We spoke about that quite a lot earlier on in the stream, actually. 100% agree with you. Three minutes here. Might just call the stream on this 30-minute candle closure if there's nothing here. It's pretty tough. Very tough. Yeah.
No, it is rather difficult at the moment, but let's see how the 30 closes and take it from there.
GJ, 30 minutes if it closes below 163. Expecting a little bit more of a push down here, but just, yeah, for me personally, I'm going to stay out of these sells. Just keeping an eye on these pullbacks, waiting for that support. Welcome, Dan. I wasn't speaking to you directly about people talking shit in chat. Just, you know, some guys, they just throw out ideas. They're never really willing to send through a chart. But yeah, like I say, that Discord link is in the video description. If you want to send through your analysis on your USD, I will have a look. Just makes it easier for the both of us.
Got a minute to go.
So Fed meeting minutes tonight will most probably be the catalyst to bring in some volume. As you can see right now, very choppy market conditions. And just keep an eye out for that. I've sent the link for the stream for that there in the chat, so go and check that out, and I'll see you guys there later. We'll also be having a look during New York session. We'll see if there's some volume, but I think
guys,
for the most part we want to be focusing on what they say in the meeting minutes, seeing if we can get that hawkish Fed coming back in to get the nice gold sells. Yeah, GJ closed quite bearish here. expecting to maybe push on down a little bit more, but like I say, we are extremely bullish. It would be ideal to wait for a support here to be looking for buys. I'm not interested in this. And gold, we can see that volume coming back into the downside here. Nice rejection to 1840, but very tough in this area at the moment. I want to stay out of this range, so I'm gonna call it a day right here. I'll call it a session, and I will see you later. Jared,
Yes.
anything to add?
No, I just wanted to say that I'm going to be hosting New York. So yeah, I'll see you guys in New York, and then obviously tonight for that news. But thank you guys very, very much for joining today.
Okay, lovely chat. See you. Take it easy. No over trading in this area, please, guys. I don't want you guys to be fighting the market. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.